Have you ever wondered what revolutionary inventions could have changed our lives? But were banned by the government? What free technology could there be transformed the world, and why was it censored? In this video, we'll reveal the 7 inventions more incredible that were banned for being too good to be true. Are you ready to find out what the government doesn't want you to know? Stay until the end and stay awake with us these technological mysteries that could have changed the course of history. Start. Number 1. The water engine. We start with an invention that could have revolutionized the transportation industry, the motor of water. Back in the 1970s, an inventor named Stanley Meyer claimed to have created a car that ran on water. Yes, running water. According to Meyer, his invention could divide the water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen, using hydrogen as fuel. Imagine being able to fill your car's tank with tap water. But what happened? According to some theories, Big Oil and the government don't. They were very happy with the idea of a free and plentiful fuel. Meyer was, and his invention was forgotten after his mysterious death in 1998. Coincidence? Who knows? And not only that, his team was dismantled and his papers disappeared. Many people who knew Meyer believed that he was killed to silence it and prevent its technology from coming to light. But was a water engine really possible? Skeptics argue that the number of energy needed to split water into hydrogen and oxygen would be greater than the energy needed to split water into hydrogen and oxygen, produced by hydrogen. However, Meyer's defenders insist that he had found a way to overcome this obstacle. Either way, Meyer's legacy continues being a subject of debate and speculation. Number 2. Tesla's free energy machine. Our second invention is the work of one of the greatest geniuses in history, Nikola Tesla. Tesla dreamed of a world where energy was free and accessible to all. He developed the idea of a free energy machine that could generate electricity at no cost. His famous wireless power transmitter was an attempt to provide free power through the air. However, Tesla's financiers, who made millions from the power companies, did not. They were very interested in this idea. Eventually, Tesla was discredited, and his lab and their research was confiscated. Today, some believe that Tesla's technology, it could have freed us from electricity bills. Imagine what it would have been. Number 3. The Trombley electricity generator. Next on our list is an invention by an engineer named Adam Trombley. Inspired by Tesla, Trombley developed a generator that he claimed could create more energy than he could, consumed, using the principles of zero-point energy. This technology could have provided free and unlimited electricity, but as expected, this invention did not see the light of day. Trombley claims he was bullied and that his laboratory was destroyed. Apparently, the world wasn't ready for a source of free energy. Or maybe those in charge weren't ready to lose their income. Number 4. Pogue's transportation system. Let's go now to Charles Pogue, a Canadian inventor who, in the 1930s, developed a carburetor that could make cars run incredibly efficiently, reaching to travel up to 200 miles per gallon of gasoline. This invention promised to reduce drastically fuel consumption. But what do you think happened? Pogue sold his patent to a large oil company, and his carburetor never made it to market. Rumor has it that oil companies didn't want people to use less gasoline, so the invention was buried. A real shame. Pogue wasn't alone in developing technology to improve fuel efficiency. Over the years, there have been numerous reports of inventors creating devices just to see their jobs deleted. The idea that large corporations, the oil companies behind these suppressions, is a popular theory, but difficult to prove. What is true, it is clear that Pogue's carburetor, if it had been implemented, could have saved million gallons of gasoline and significantly reduced pollution. Remember to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any content of this type. Without further ado, we continue. Number 5. The Rife Health System. Our next invention has to do with health. Royal Raymond Rife was a scientist who, in the 1930s, he developed an incredibly powerful microscope and a device that, according to him, it could destroy any pathogen using specific frequencies of light. Rife claimed to have cured cancer and other diseases with his invention. But of course, this did not please the pharmaceutical industry or traditional doctors. Rife, he was discredited, and his laboratory was destroyed. Today, some defenders of Rife believe that their technology could have revolutionized modern medicine. It's amazing to think about what it could have been. Rife built the universal microscope, capable of magnifying the image up to 60,000 times, which was an incredible feat for its time. With this microscope, Rife identified what he believed which were the microorganisms that caused various diseases. He then developed his ray of frequency to destroy these microorganisms. The reports of his treatments were impressive, with supposed testimonies of patients cured of cancer. However, after a series of unfortunate events, including lawsuits and the destruction of his laboratory, the Rife's work was left in the dark. Today, his legacy is an object of fascination and controversy in the world of alternative medicine. Number 6. Kelly's desalinator. Now let's talk about drinking water. John Kelly invented in the 60s a device of desalination that could convert seawater into drinking water in an extremely efficient and at a low cost. With this invention, drinking water crises could have been a matter of the past. However, his invention was quickly acquired by a large corporation and was never released to the market. Companies that sell bottled water and utilities are said to be drinking water they did not want competition. What an irony that something as essential as drinking water should be hindered by economic interests. Desalination is an expensive and energy-intensive process. Kelly's device, reportedly, it used an innovative method that required less energy and was more economic. If it had been implemented on a large scale, it could have provided drinking water arid regions and reduced reliance on expensive traditional desalination plants. But as in many cases, corporate and economic interests seem to have prevailed on the common good. The question remains, how many other inventions could potentially are revolutionaries being suppressed in favor of maintaining the status quo? Number 7. Gates' universal drug. Finally, we come to a recent invention, Bill Gates' universal medicine. Gates, known for his philanthropic work, he has funded research to develop a drug that could treat multiple common diseases effectively and economic. However, some believe that this drug has been blocked by the big pharmaceutical companies, which fear losing their lucrative businesses of specific treatments. Although it's more of a conspiracy theory, it raises an interesting question about the power of the big industries in our health and well-being. Gates has invested billions of dollars in medical research through his foundation. Its goal is to find global solutions for diseases such as malaria, tuberculosis, and HIV. The idea of a universal medicine is revolutionary, but it also threatens the pharmaceutical industries that depend on specific and expensive treatments. Whereas some believe that Gates might be facing hidden resistance, others argue that the complexity of diseases and the science behind a universal medicine is the real barrier. Either way, the potential impact of such a drug is undeniable and continues being a subject of intense debate and hope. And with this, we come to the end. I hope you liked this content. Don't forget to break the like button and subscribe to our channel until next time.